So we are kind of set up for a 3-dog multi-house setup. I have Lou tied up to the pole as a tie back. Ideally, each of these dogs would have an individual place. I'm only allowing Sadie on Hank's bed because she knows play so well, and because Sadie and Hank aren't as competitive as Hank and Louie. So the plan here is we're just going to hang out together. I'm going to actually even eat my food is kind of my goal, because Hank, Sadie, and Louie obviously very much love all sorts of food. Just as an update, Hank has been doing very well in the car when I'm eating. He will stand and stare first, but over time he'll eventually lay down and a lot of the times stop paying attention to me. So yeah, that's progress. Before he would kind of bark, scratch at my seat. So happy to see small changes. But here we go. I'll give them a minute just to make organic choices to sit down. I think they're excited because, one, I'm talking and they're wondering just what we're about to do. I also don't want to give them a command to relax because I want them to decide on their own. Just because I know that they're willing and able is the other part. I'm also going to just try to keep Lou on this tiny little mat. Stay. I bet you mean sitting down. Oh, I knew it. Back. He wants to be on top of me. And trust me, I want Lou to be on top of me too, but it does create a little bit of competition, like I was talking about, between Hank and Louie. So this is us just kind of working it out. Go back. Good boy. Kind of wish I brought a book. Nope. I might not even be able to eat my lunch. But we'll see how they'll settle in. Nope. And you could tell actually Louie's getting more frustrated from being tied back, which probably means he would benefit most from it. Sadie, what's he doing? Good girl. I'm going to try to not speak because I think that it's going to rile them up. And like I said, I want everyone to kind of forget about me sitting here. So I don't mind that Hank is sitting as long as he's not off the placemat. Again, I'm just kind of letting him find his way. I'm pretty impressed that he's actually not trying to just like do whatever he feels. We've been working and it is somewhat showing that it's paying off. Another thing to kind of think about here is the fact that when I'm so close to them and I'm practically at their face level sitting on the stool, those are two pretty difficult asks. Not for them, obviously, at this level, as you can kind of see, but just in general, if a dog was still learning, this would be a huge trigger. So it's just something to take note of and kind of praise. So something I'm going to do is just get some fluid movement in. Hank is doing okay. He's laying down. He's obviously still scanning the environment. Just more reps of this will really hopefully help him get to like Louie and Sadie's level. Louie in the car at this point, like people or the dogs could practically sit on him and do sit on him or step over him and he doesn't even budge. Same with Sade. So that's kind of like the level of relaxation that I hope to get with pretty much every dog that I work with, but especially in this session with Hank. So I'm just going to adjust the pole because there's just a little bit of pressure on loose leash. So I just want to give him a little slack now that he doesn't need so much. I'm also trying not to make any eye contact, just to not excite anyone or invite them over. Go back. No. Louie. And that's a nice lure to get back into position. You know better, so I'm not giving you a cookie. No, sir. Good fix. Good boy. And then eventually, another layer would be to like drop a piece of kibble in the middle. Again, this is all teaching impulse control and how to kind of just relax amongst a group of dogs and people. Good boy, Lou. Stay there. And this is pretty much the same idea that I would do in the house. I would have a drag line on Hank, probably Lou too, just where Lou can kind of test boundaries too. And then just keep directing them to different points or stopping their wrestle, like wrestling matches. Another thing to note is the e-collar might be a really good tool to use to clarify what I'm asking of them and to just really like put in the boundary and have them respect it. So that's just something else instead of having to keep doing this like flirting correction match where I know that he knows what I'm asking of him, but he's just kind of like, can I come over now? How about now? and basically really charging the release word, which is F-R-E-E. Back. So that's spatial pressure. Ooh, yeah, he's a little nutty guy. He's lucky he's cute. Down. No, we're not playing right now, Lou. No. No. Eh. Don't do it. No. Louie. Sit down. Nope. Hank. Same rules apply. No. Yeah, especially for Louie. So I excite him. The food excites him. He's very pushy about it too. He also, again, knows he's cute and that he gets away with it all. But I told them after my training thing that I just came back from that a new sheriff is in town. They're not going to be happy about it. Down. Oh. Look at all the attitude. So yeah, this is like where he needs a stronger no. Lou, down. No. No. Good boy. Hank clearly takes me very seriously. I've finally really charged that no. Before I would tell him no and he would be like, I'm gonna do it anyways. Lou. Get back. Get. No, I'm not playing. So now that my movement is kind of exciting him, I'm recognizing he likes it. So basically, any attention is still attention, is I think kind of what's going on right here with Lou. So I'm going to have to be less animated and just keep changing his posture and being firm about it. No more chances. Good girl, Zaid. Hey, no. I only have Hank tied up to the pole, just as like a flight risk. I trust him enough, but Sadie. Focus. Can you sit down? Good girl. Thank you. Good. Good boy. All right, I'm going to increase the challenge. Hank is a little edgy. Ideally, I wouldn't do it now, but at least I've got 2 out of the 3 down. So again, ideally, I would like to have the hook for Hank like up back here, just so he can't leave the placemat. So again, the e-collar would be awesome, but right now I have to create physical space and physical pressure to get them to not go. So see how this is a really good practice to do? Yes, because he's leaving it. You gotta keep your eyes on him. So this would be important if like the kids drop some food, really anything, because anything that's on the ground is going to create competition again between these 2 dogs. You want to, especially in any 2-dog household, you want to have the least amount of conflict around anything, because if there's conflict, that will result in fights or resource guarding or pretty much, or the combination, which is obviously what we're trying to negate here. And as long as you keep, again, all of this conversation and boundary in, they should learn how to be able to function together without leashes. I don't know if you've noticed, Sadie didn't really budge. And you can do this individually too. That will still be a really huge help. So you could have Lou practice alone, Hank practice alone, practice together. But only practice together once you feel like they're at a really solid level of impulse control. Again, this also snowballs into bigger issues too. So this could be there's amazing thing that they want to cross the street and they just gung-ho for it. Likely get injured, either hit by a car or whatever it is. This is just like a tiny brick laid in the result of like that big picture. So the hope is that since they're able to control themselves, like among the cookie, the hopefully lowest value but still high value situation versus a dog being across the street or something of that nature. Again, you still have to work independently on each of those, like a dog, a food, person. But again, all of these little layers create a clearer photo for them to know how to live among us in the world. And again, I'm creating space. Space. I'm putting the food behind me because I know that they're not quite ready for me to put it right in the middle where they'll likely just This is also teaching them how to respect one another's boundaries. You can tell Lou's fixated. The fixation is kind of what you want to mitigate. So really rewarding that eye contact. So where he's really starting to charge and spend like longer than 5 seconds, I'm gonna make a noise. Good. I'm not gonna give him a cookie. I'm just gonna get him to stop focusing on that. Good. Yes. Lou's head turn always gets me. So you see this too? This is something Hank and I have been working on. Not stealing other doggies' food when we're handing it. Small wins. Good job, guys. All done. And I'm just going to put it back in my pouch. And they're just going to watch me. And I'm going to sit back down. So now that, basically the wave that you want to do in dog training, you want to give them a really good on and off switch. So when you start working, you have a word. For me, when, for instance, I want to take photos of the group, I say, hey guys, you want to work? And then they all literally do like line up. I'm hoping to get a video of that. It's pretty adorable. And then like sometimes I'll do minor adjustments. No. Down, 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 Lou. No. Sadie. Hank. So I'm giving some commands here because I feel like they need a little guidance. They're a little worked up still over that cookie thing, and I think a little angry that they didn't get any or get the release to get it, but sometimes you don't always win. And they did get rewards just for leaving it. No, Lou. So what I'm basically trying to get at is I started by getting calm behavior, put in a little bit of a distraction, which was the food. And then now we're going to work ourselves back down to a neutral feel. However long that takes us. Down. He's getting a little frustrated. You can kind of see his feet. His breathing change. No. So I'm just going to calmly sit here. I'm not applying pressure to his leash. He ate a leaf. I'm just going to pick and choose my battles really at this point. If he starts digging or anything like that, we're going to have some issues. Sit. Good. Down. Down. So pressure. definitely won't be able to eat my lunch today, but one of these days I'm going to be able to. One of these videos, we're going to catch it on camera. Way better. So I'm just going to let this settle for like a minute. Soak in the silence. Oh, there's a wind tunnel. Oh, I think it's raining too. Wow. If that's the case, I'm going to do an added layer of distraction, even though he can't really handle it again. Down. I'm going to put my windows up. Good boy. Down. Oh, how pretty. So again, that's where that tie back, being right behind him, would be super helpful. But it's okay. Down. I also think Sadie's really helping him settle into the place. Wow. Only one fix. And this is how I'm going to end it. This is perfect. Go give him a treat. Free. Good job. Thank you. Hold on, guys. Hank. Ready, guys? Guys want some treats? Hang on. So again, I'm going to try to keep a calm demeanor going back in. So I don't want to... Good girl, Sade. You're an angel. So this is what I mean too. If Lou has anything outside, like a leaf or a stick, Hank is the first to try to rally to get it. And then I love doing this when the leash has to touch their whole body. It builds resilience in the dog. Hank and Louie are just good at it. Hey, Lou. Thanks, bud. You want to hang out here for a minute? Wait. And I'm just going to take his little jacket off. Hey, Lou. Hey, Hank. Ready? Can you sit down? Sit. Sit, bud. You could see it there. Louie was just playing with that leaf. Hank gets FOMO. Hey, Lou. You want to take a seat, bud? Sit. Hey. Again, ideally, I would not love for him to have grabbed that. But you can just see here what I'm talking about with the competition around any item, leaves, food. That's it. So yeah, we just definitely want to minimize the amount of competition. Affection is a big one too for them. Down. Sit. Thank you. Lou. Hey. No, Lou. Down. What are you doing? Just stay still. Again, this is just another layer of small distraction. Just being able to move throughout and just really creating a solid sit stay is going to make your life so much easier, or just a reliable one. Like for me, like I can turn around, could do a cartwheel, could do whatever really, and I know that Sadie will stay right there, like her little paw crossed. So cute. And then ready, I'm gonna toss this. This might create, again, the chase. That's a drive, and that would typically really create a dog to get up and want to go get it. Good job. Free. Sadie, stay there, okay? All right, boys. Come on, Lou. And again, I'm going to give them all cookies, but just in a respective locations. Sadie. No. Wait. Sadie, back. Go back, ma'am. Come on, you gotta go. Here, please. Sid. Sit. Down. Thank you. Stay. Oh, Hank, what kind of trouble are you trying to get into? Hang on. Wait. Hold on, bud. Sadie. Oh. Yes, that's my girl. Thank you. Free. Good working. You're an angel. You sure are. So during free time, tried not to give them too much of a job so she can just sniff and be herself. These are all my leashes. Dink. And again, I trust her free time because I know that she's able to make good choices for herself. She loves plays because she knows she gets good stuff on there. And what's really cool about Place is if you charge it correctly, like how Sadie likes to hang out there. If you're ever at like a family social gathering with the dogs and one of the dogs feels uncomfortable or just wants to be alone, they can retreat to their bed. It's like almost like a no zone, like nothing bad can happen to them there, only like awesome things, and they know how to really relax on it. So it's also just a good indicator about, okay, like how is my dog feeling? Are they nervous? Are they like maybe like their social batteries is out and they just want a moment? So it's just a good opportunity again for them to learn how to shut off their anxieties a little bit or have an outlet. And then that's all she wrote for today. We'll see you on the next one.